of your choice to a new track or use the one listed below. So I went through and picked out ones that I thought kind of fit the song, kind of. So you don't have to go spend an hour searching through GarageBand loops looking for something. So this one I found Club Dance Beat 007. So how do we import audio?
File
import.
Import.
audio.
Or my favorite way.
Shift, Command, something.
Shift, Command, I for import.
Sugar.
Okay, so that was in 705 loops, Club Dance Beat 007, convert, done. New track. Okay, so.
Oh, God.
Yes. Okay, anyway, we have this weird little
You hear that?
beat thing.
Why is it?
What, the hi-hat?
The snare.
Yeah.
That's just how it came.
That's off.
Were they on acid when they did this?
Can you
Or were you
can you
on acid?
quantize the loop? Can you quantize the loop before we do
We
this?
can, but we're going
That's
to do it
horrible.
the way it is.
You don't worry about it.
This does not apply to you. That's for
More
person who
class.
does that song. In slip mode, solo your drum loop and trim the beginning and end so it loops seamlessly when loop playback is turned on. You guys, actually none of the loops I picked need trimmed because they all loop. But sometimes when you import a loop, if you import the ones that say .caf at the end instead of AIF, you do have to trim the ending because there's like dead space at the end. But the ones that I picked out for your classes should seamlessly loop. So when you hit play, it should just loop without any gaps or anything.
Yeah. I hear that now.
You hear it?
Yeah.
So that, you shouldn't need to do that, but check it anyway just in case I'm lying. Oh wait, I saw her standing there. These must be old instructions. I think I replaced the CAFs with AIFs. Anyway, your instructions probably say the right file name. Okay, switch to grid mode and align the beginning of your loop with the downbeat of your song. Okay, so in this case, probably right there.
Mm-hmm.
Just up here. Okay.
Oh, maybe because the snare's in muted, that's why.
Now, if
Oh,
you
yeah,
play
that's
them
what
together the way it is now,
Ugh.
Whoa!
tempos are different, right?
A little bit.
That's why it sounds totally messed up. Okay, that's because, well, this is a 4-measure loop right here. 4 measures of the song is only this long.
Yep.
So they're in different tempos, but you can put them so that they match. Which is step number 5. Use the trimmer in TCE mode, which is time compression expansion, to trim the end of your loop so that a 2-measure loop aligns exactly with 2 measures of your song's grid. In this case, it's a 4-measure loop. They're not all 2 measures. Some of them might be 8 measures. I don't know. But a 4-measure loop needs to go along with the grid, 4 measures long. So we switch the trimmer to TCE, and we click at the end, and it'll snap to the grid at 4 measures. So now, okay, so
Remix.
exactly. So now it's at the same tempo as the song, so we are ready to
So
continue.
that's how you DJs do it.
So easy.
Okay, that means use the trimmer in loop mode to extend your loop to the end of the song. So we're going to switch the trimmer from TCE to loop. And now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So now you have the little arrow that's telling you that it's going to loop it. So you can drag it to the end.
Whoa.
Just repeat that the whole way through the song.
Just stretch it out.
Yep, just looped it. Okay, analyze with your eyes the bass drum track to determine if the drummer consistently played ahead of or behind the beat. If so, in slip mode, slide the loop to match the bass drum. So let's look at, I'm going to go back to standard here. actually, in this case, since it's not always ahead or always behind, I'm just gonna leave it on
Just
the
go with
grid. Some drummers will always be in front of the grid. In that case, you can, if you did want to slide it, you can either use your eyes and just click and drag it little by little. Oh, in slip mode, little by little. Or a better way is actually to use nudge. So you want to set your nudge to, I like to use samples and then switch to like 10 samples. Then if you use the plus and minus keys, you can make very small adjustments. Okay. So.
So many wasted nights.
Adjust the end of the loop if necessary by trimming or fading out. So let's see how the song ends. Okay, so we got a little too much there. Let's see. And there's a little fade out on that. Okay. Select your entire loop and consolidate it. Okay, so selected, edit, consolidate region. Okay. Switch each track, oh, this is where it gets fun. Okay. Switch each track from sample-based to tick-based to the button left of the elastic audio area. Okay, so that is this tiny little button that kind of looks like a clock, time-based selector. So when it looks like that, it's looking at samples. So we want to switch all of them to look at ticks. So I'm just going to do option, click, go to ticks. When it's in ticks, the tracks will behave more like MIDI tracks, where if you change the tempo of the session, the tempo of the audio changes also, but only if you have elastic audio turned on in polyphonic mode, which I believe is the next step. Turn elastic audio on for all tracks in polyphonic mode. So, this is the elastic audio. Option, click, polyphonic. Okay. So now, we can change the tempo of the session and the audio will change tempo. So, this one, it says turn on the conductor and enter a new tempo into the tempo ruler with the plus, which is talking about up here. Tempo. If you're not using the conductor, you don't have to do that. You can actually go to the transport window and just type in the new tempo here and it'll still adjust. So I think I said this one, make it 140 beats per minute. So we're just going to speed it up by 5. Now watch what happens to the audio. Got shorter. Okay, instant dance remix.
Tell me that you've got everything you want, and your bird can sing, but you don't get me. Don't get me.
Okay, so if you want or
That's
need extra credit.
sad.
Okay, everything I've done
That's how
so
easy that
far
is.
is the basic requirements for the project. If you want extra credit for this, which I'll give you like another 10 points on this project, so you can get 110 on it if you do this.
Ooh.
Adjust your balances, add any desired effects. Mute the original drums if you want to. If they clash with the loop, you can mute the original drums or just the kick and snare, or you can leave it all. Bounce to disk your mix following the same procedure as your final project, and then you're going to import the bounce, trim the beginning and end, normalize it, basically do everything that you're going to do to your final project so that you end up with a WAV file that you can burn to a CD. So if you want an extra 10 points, you can do that. If not, just do everything above that.
Shouldn't it be mixed before we remix?
Yeah, that's why you might want to wait and turn this in later next week. But you can do
We got video.
all of it before then.
So that's the next project?
This is the fifth of your 5 Pro Tools projects, not counting your final project, which is separate. Okay. Let's see, what else do we need to go over?